they're derivatives, your county, your city, your police pension, your federal pension, and then that money's not there. Oh, if you want to get that pension, you've got to bail out the banks. But it's not a bailout. They set this up. And so now it's here. Just this week, White House official, Obama to freeze pay of federal workers. Notice all the news in the last week about how, oh, he doubled the amount of federal workers getting $150,000. Oh, about how great they're having it. That's to sell them as the main scapegoat. I'm not against cutting their pay. I'm not against freezing their pay. But you do it after you've arrested the central bank heads. You do it after you've written off the $1.5 quadrillion that's impossible to pay off. You do it after you brought a true monetary system into existence. But you wouldn't have to do that with all these cuts if you got rid of this corrupt fractional reserve banking system. I do want to cut government because it's used as an agent of tyranny. It was put in place and grown to suppress us during this implosion phase, during this shearing phase, the shearing of the sheep. So now they've announced that they're going to freeze the pay of federal workers for 2 years and then probably cut it. Bloomberg, of course, has reported over a year ago that pension funds are being ordered, private pension funds, to, quote, invest in failed megabanks. There's no law, but federal regulators come like the mafia and say you better do it. It's come out in the last few months, also in AP and Bloomberg, that 11 years ago a secret deal was signed by Prudential and other major insurance companies with the VA to allow them to steal all of the death benefits that troops pay out of their check for if they die in battle or after they die, so their widow or widower gets the money. That was all just stolen. This is the greatest swindle and the most brazen I've ever seen studying history. It is so off the charts because the average American only cares about sports or rioting and looting, you know, during Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, to get their little slave goods. Now, this is key. Remember the article from March 21st, 2009 in Stars and Stripes, over a year ago. And in it, Obama proposed that they make all military people buy their own insurance for combat-related injuries. They've signed a contract guaranteed if they get their arms and legs blown off, Uncle Sam and the taxpayer is going to pay for it. Veterans of Foreign Wars, Veterans Organization, went wild, got angry, said no to this plan, and Obama backed off for a year. Now they're back, and in the New York Times, pitching it to you like it's a great thing. And they're announcing, hey, there's 2 million people that are on government-paid-for insurance because they're veterans. The government wants to take that away, take the health care completely away from the veterans. It continues. Here's the Wall Street Journal. Union drops health coverage for workers. It's a union in New York, and they're dropping coverage for the children of the workers. This is austerity. You pay into these pensions. You pay into these unions. You go and join the military. You do everything, and they're even cutting it from those groups. If they'll go after the veterans, they'll go after anybody. Under austerity that's been done in hundreds of countries over and over again, in just the last 20 years, we know what the private central banks are going to do. And once the country fully is bankrupt, whether you're Ireland or the U.S., it doesn't matter. It's the same formula. They are going to shut everything down. And once the economy fully disintegrates, they're going to triple water, triple power prices. They're going to force the government to hand all these infrastructures over to them. They are going to completely sell out the nation even further. You think the communist Chinese run the Panama Canal and most of our former military ports on our east and west coast? You think that's bad? You think the Arabs, you know, owning so much of our infrastructure is bad? You think foreign banks, you know, coming in here with a fire sale, buying up our companies is bad and our highways? You ain't seen nothing yet. Austerity is total enslavement, economic bondage for you and your family, and it's all a fraud. The mega banks engineer it. They get tens of trillions of dollars of tax money. They implode the economy and demand even more because we're held hostage by them. And it's not even a solution. It's only going to get worse. It is a distraction to cut the veterans' health care. It is a distraction to steal people's pension funds. It is pure robbery. We must kick this system out. We must bring these bankers to justice and write off this fraudulent debt. We do not owe it. But the banks in the last 100 years in the West have openly fostered this system of getting us into debt so they could profit on the fiat loans they make up out of nothing. But we're now entering the end game where they're fully imploding us by design. It's the bankers or us. We don't have a choice. You've got to tell everyone you know about this. You've got to inform them so they understand. You know, I mentioned these earlier, but again, here it is, BBC News, Irish Republic banks for sale. And they've got the head of their private central bank that runs the country, this fourth branch of government, Patrick Hoonihan, openly saying that the International Monetary Fund will now save Ireland. And how will they do that? By slashing pensions, by cutting police, by cheating veterans in their health care. It's the same laundry list. It always is. And he goes on to say, I've been an advocate for many years of the value for small countries to have foreign owners for their banks. Did you just hear me? This is treason. And it's the same thing here. This is a global government, a private corporate global government, taking over every major society with the same formula. It is fraudulent, and it must be resisted, or we have no future. We cannot allow this new dark age to begin. All right, there's a few minutes left of it. You can watch the rest at Infowars.com. The article and the video is titled, It's the Bankers or Us. We'll come back and talk about how much money they've stolen. Stay with us.
Men, take control of your prostate health without the risk of nasty side effects with Prostate Secure. Early detection, regular prostate exams, and PSA tests are a must for men over 40. Listen, if you have symptoms of an enlarged prostate but don't want to take a drug with possible nasty side effects, or if you're over 40, then use Prostate Secure, a natural dietary supplement for men. Prostate Secure is a scientifically formulated blend of clinically significant amounts of natural ingredients. It brings together the most powerful plant sterols like beta-cytosterol and saw palmetto, along with antioxidants such as vitamin D3, resveratrol, and lycopene to support good prostate health, proper urinary flow, function, and more. Check out prostatesecure.com. Order online and save 10% with promo code SAVE10 or call 1-800-239-9432. That's 800-239-9432. Or visit prostatesecure.com. Take control of your prostate health naturally with Prostate Secure.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Attention shoppers, please stay in line. You must be scanned and searched before entering the mall area. Attention, you must disrobe and pass through the scanner at mall security before entering the building.
Hey, most GCN listeners know that the future of Christmas shopping may quite well be that scary. And while we're not there yet, as shoppers, we still face terrible traffic, crazy lines, and even crazier shoppers. But this year can be different. You can still opt out of the craziness and do your shopping off the grid by going to offthegridchristmas.com, where you'll find our new Christmas video featuring an amazing assortment of truly hard-to-get gifts. Gifts you simply won't find in stores. These are gifts that can help anyone on your list become better prepared for the hard times ahead. And here's the best part. Prices have been slashed until December 15th. This year, opt out of the lines. You won't get fined. You'll get great discounts on all kinds of off-the-grid gear by going to offthegridchristmas.com. Go to offthegridchristmas.com. That's offthegridchristmas.com.
Perfluoroalkyl. I remember many years ago, not just reading about bisphenol A, when they approved this stuff decades ago, but perfluoroalkyls. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it's the lining in the packaging that's wrapped around hamburgers and things to stop the grease. Why not just go with old-fashioned paper? And so what if some grease goes through it? And it turns out these attack fertility, cause cancer. Dr. Marcola's got the government's own reports on that. And Drudge is linking to this today. I tell you, Matt Drudge has come so far. He really obviously now knows about the world government, the New World Order. He covered Bilderberg the last 2 years in a row and forced it out into the mainstream news in the U.S. I'm not trying to grovel to Matt Drudge. It's just such a bellwether that he is going more and more hardcore every day. I mean, take this Washington Post article. Buried in it, it admits that MSNBC got massive money out of the billions that General Electric, its parent company, got for fake government news. Well, Drudge takes that stuff that's buried, and he makes that the headline. Feds secretly bailed out GE. GE news outlets failed to reveal in Fed coverage. That is exciting. And I've got all those reports here in front of me. You know, that's why we ask you to buy the books and videos and T-shirts and ball caps and bumper stickers and wristbands and pins and Infowars.com pocket knives and flashlights and water filters. All of them are great products you need, but also this is how we fund the operation. You know, Benjamin Franklin had to go over to France and go out in the streets and sell American flags. And the fact that he was very famous, one of the most famous men in the world for being an inventor and a writer, people would buy the American flag from him for 5, 10 times what it was worth just so they could shake his hand. It's the same thing here, but I'm not Benjamin Franklin. I'm just little Alex Jones. And I'm like, look, these are powerful films I've made on DVD. This is prisonplanet.tv memberships, everything in one spot. You got to support us. I mean, we're not supported by the Federal Reserve or George Soros. Like Fox News. Fox News is supported by the Federal Reserve, not by Soros. MSNBC is supported by both. You know, I need your support, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we sell advertising on Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com for about what a small-town newspaper sells advertising. We're bigger than MSNBC.com. I looked up the rates for MSNBC.com for a banner on them. It's about $40,000 a month. For a banner with us, it's about $1,000. It's all hot air fraud. Okay? This radio show per hour is bigger than MSNBC just with our AM and FM affiliates. They've only got 500,000 viewers on their biggest shows. They're a joke. But they charge $10,000, $20,000 per minute for an ad during prime time. Ads on this radio station, on this radio network, are like $250. We can't expand and continue at that rate. We need people to donate, and you do it by buying the books, the videos, by joining prisonplanet.tv. We're giving the globalists a run for their money, but we're not big, arrogant teleprompter readers that fool all the folks watching mainline TV. And when big mega corporations go advertise on those channels, they know it's worthless. They're funding the evil. They're funding their inside game. Because from behind the scenes, Toyota or GM advertise on MSNBC or CNN and then get government money with the other hand. They take your money and use it against you. We can't do that and wouldn't do that. We don't do that. So go to Infowars.com and get tools to wake people up. The Obama Deception, Fall of the Republic, Invisible Empire, powerful films, Endgame, the T-shirts, the materials, spread the word, wake people up, and support the transmission. Infowars.com. We've got the lowest prices ever right now on the films.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at prisonplanet.tv.
We Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.